You on the show. I'm so in love with your ministry and your wife and everything that is there in West Virginia. You guys are the most special people that I've ever met. I mean, the love and the kindness that you have shown me during the time that I was there is, I can't even put it into words how special it really was. But I wanted you to come on because I wanted you to talk about your fellowship. I want to give you the space to talk about your fellowship and talk about the convention that is coming up and all of your churches and what God has done. And I was talking to someone, I think it was Bishop Waller. I was talking to Apostle Waller, and I was telling him that the favor of God is on your life so exponentially that most people who are they're trying to get it through physical works can't really understand why God is just blessing you the way He is, and it's not because you're going out there trying to make it happen. It just God is doing it for you. And so, could you tell us what the name of your fellowship is?
The name of our fellowship is a Youth Faith.
Okay, hold on a second. You're kind of breaking up, so it's almost hard to hear you.
Okay. We're having some internet problems here.
Well, maybe you should turn down your internet.
Okay.
That sounds better.
If you turn your internet down, it probably will help.
Okay, we're going to make an adjustment now.
Okay.
And see if that helps.
Hallelujah.
Okay, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just like you kind of broken up a little bit. It's not crystal clear.
Right. Let me see if I can go to the internet. And that will, maybe that will clear it up. Don't know.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Well, it's still a little bit, but let's see if we can work from here. So what's the name of your fellowship?
The name of the fellowship is A More Excellent Way.
Yes.
More excellent way.
More excellent way ministries.
That's
worldwide.
nice.
I
A
like
more
that.
excellent way.
And so when did you start your fellowship?
The fellowship began in November 15, 2010.
2010, November 15th.
And from 2010 till now, how many churches do you have worldwide?
We have a fellowship of over 450 churches.
My
To
God.
God be the
To
glory.
God- Amen.
To God be the
Hallelujah.
And that's
400.
globally. Many of them are in Africa, Philippines, Pakistan, India, just different countries like that.
Amen.
Yes. And
Praise
so,
God.
when you started your fellowship, what was it? Did you think that you would have such a large fellowship?
No, basically we started with 3 churches, and I couldn't understand why the Lord wanted us to put worldwide on it when we were only 3 churches. We had a church in West Virginia, one in Muncie, and one in Indianapolis, Indiana. And from that point on, God just did what God does.
Yes.
Amen.
And so now that you have grown to such a large fellowship, when you are first of all, I want to talk about Africa because when I was with you, you had such a special I don't know the word, but something beautiful happened in Africa. And I just wanted you to kind of tell us a little bit about what God is doing in your ministry in Africa.
Okay, well, thank you. We started our ministry, and really it started from West Virginia to Africa. We
Wow.
From there, you know, it just continued to grow.
Right.
Last year, we went to Nigeria. I took a team of 6 to Nigeria, and God just truly blessed us there. We have some tremendous ministers. One that's going to be with us at the convention. He is our African bishop, Bishop Tira Uma, and many of the people there. We had the opportunity to meet the king of the T tribe and the governor of Benue.
And so, wait, before you go past that, now you said okay, the tribe is one of the largest tribes in Nigeria, right?
It is the 4th largest tribe in Nigeria.
And you got to meet the king of this tribe. And most of the people that were there with you never seen the king, right?
That's true. Many of the natives are the people that are from Nigeria. Many of them have never seen their king.
And so,
The wonderful thing about their king was the fact that he was Holy Ghost filled,
right?
talking minister of the gospel.
Wow.
Praise God.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
And also with the governor the same way. He's born again, Holy Ghost filled, and a minister of the gospel.
Amen.
Amen. And so I love the fact that you showed me a picture and people were photobombing your pictures because they wanted to be part of the king, right?
That's true. That's true. Like I said, a lot of the, even the leaders there, many of them don't get to fellowship with the king. And his ordination was March of last year. And we just missed his ordination, but
Wow.
we did get to have an audience with him.
Amen. Amen. So Bishop Wallace is going to ask you a question. Go ahead.
That, Apostle,
Yes, sir.
in the fellowship with the king, do he incorporate the beliefs of the gospel with his kingdom?
Oh, definitely, definitely. The T tribe is probably 95% Christian.
Wow.
Praise God.
And
Wow.
it makes up about 6 million people.
Woo!
God.
Wow.
Lord.
That's
And,
powerful.
they can actually run their lineage all the way back to Israel.
What?
To God be the glory.
Yeah, awesome people.
What?
And some of their leaders will be with us at our convention in July.
All right. Well, now that we let up
Well,
to...
I want to ask one more
okay,
question.
I'm sorry.
Do the king ever leave the country or maybe come stateside?
We have given him an invitation that he will be taken up with us hopefully next year. Right now they're in the midst of an election or starting an election. We're looking forward to visiting our convention next year or into the year after.
Oh, okay. That is so wonderful. That is so wonderful. I'm really looking forward to meeting you, Apostle. I really am.
Well, I am too, Apostle.
So, okay, so now that we've led up to the convention, tell us about the convention. Bishop.
Okay, what our organization is all about is uniting and networking churches and ministries and pastors. And our convention will be held in West Virginia this year.
Okay.
And we're looking to have a great time this July the 26th to the 28th.
Yeah, I'll be there.
And we're our main goal is that whatever we teach, whatever is being taught there, that the pastors on Monday morning will be able to go into their church and implement what we've taught them.
Amen.
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 The networking is awesome. The word is just from heaven, and I believe that networking is what we need to be doing.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Yes. What? So we, one of the things that I really loved about your church is that the building that you're in right now, you were there. You went to that church since you were how old?
I went there when I was 3 years old. I'm 63 now.
And he's 63
63.
now. What?
Yeah, I wouldn't have told that, Apostle. I just said when I was thinking.
Well, you know, I tell people 63 don't look like it did when I was young.
I know that's right.
Well, how old are you, Apostle Waller?
I'm 64.
Okay, there you go. I wouldn't have told that neither. So wait. So the church that you're in currently is you've been there since you were 3 years old, and so you have 60 years in the building. But what I loved about it was that the people were so connected. Tell us a little bit about your church.
Our church is a good old West Virginia church. The people love to love folks. We love to show good times to people. And I tell people, I say, you come on to West Virginia, we'll love you to death.
And he is not lying.
Hallelujah.
He is not lying.
Myself, my sister, my wife, and members there have been growing, been raised in that area.
Uh-huh.
And we, like I said, there's no place like West Virginia.
No place like
we
West
really
Virginia.
love to show people good times.
And I had a wonderful time. I have a sister
Yes,
here.
we did. And let me say this about Sister Waller, and something I went through. I was at a point where I was giving up on prophecy. In other words, I heard so many people prophesy and prophesy.
Yes, Lord.
They moved in the prophetic, not the prophetic. And it really disturbed me. I had actually come to the point where I really didn't want to hear a prophet.
I know that's right.
This sister came in and she preached the word of God, which was just totally wonderful. And then she prophesied. And I believe she prophesied over 4 individuals in the church. And as a pastor, you know you're flawed.
Amen. Amen.
And sister preached, she prophesied. See, God knows truth. She did not
Hallelujah.
get through anything. She didn't stumble anything. She prophesied what God had given her. And so her and another sister that I heard this week actually rekindled my faith in prophecy.
That is such an honor, Bishop, for you to say
Hallelujah.
that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's the truth. And if you can get her to come to your church, have her to come.
Have it a come.
See, one thing,
And Apostle
Apostle,
Waller, we can't wait to meet you and have you speak for us.
I'll be glad to, but you know one thing, Apostle, in this work, when you have a woman that knows how to pray and pray with the anointing, it's worth more than gold.
Exactly.
It's worth more than gold.
Exactly.
So I have here a sister. Her name is Sister Mary Jenkins, and she has the victory over cancer. She's not just a survivor. God has completely
Hallelujah.
healed her. And I just wanted her. She has a question for you, Apostle.
Praise the Lord, Apostle. First, I want to say I am just in awe of what God has done in a short period of time. So praise God for that. But my question is, does your ministry and fellowship have a cancer outreach?
No, we don't.
Okay.
But we do work with the University of West Virginia on some cancer campaigns that they have. But we'd be very interested in hearing that.
Okay. Well, my nonprofit is Christians Overcoming Cancer. And we help cancer patients succeed on their road to recovery through awareness, faith-based emotional support, and financial assistance. And we are actually the only organization in the world that actually helps the people that are battling the way we do. Our focus is raising money to help those that are currently battling, and then to help them battle spiritually as well. Because we know that there is definitely a key to walking by faith and all things working together, and you are already healed because of the word. And so in helping them understand that, and we partner with churches across the country to help raise money, as well as when the people are battling, and we're not just talking breast cancer, we're talking every cancer. when the people are coming to the church to get help for financial assistance, we help churches establish a ministry to where they can actually provide that service through a partnership with my nonprofit. So I would love to be able to talk with you and really find out what's going on in the West Virginia area, and then what the relationship that you have with the university and how we can be able to bridge that gap from a faith-based perspective.
That sounds tremendous. West Virginia has one of the highest cancer rates in the country. And it would be just tremendous to be able to provide some type of support for those people. My mother actually died of cancer. So I have a very personal relationship with people that are trying to promote cancer awareness and any movement that would help.
Because I started the organization while I was in treatment for breast cancer. I had stage 3, almost stage 4 breast cancer. And while I was going through chemo, I got laid off work and needed help and could not find it. And so I went to my church, and at the church that I was at the time, Columbus Christian Center, Dr. Forbes overheard what I was saying, and he was like, MJ, we will help you pay the bills for the rest of the time that you're in treatment. And I said, what about everyone else? Who's going to help them? And he said, what are you going to do about it? And so 12 years later, we have helped people in all 50 states and have contacts with organizations in other countries.
Tremendous, tremendous.
So,
And while if you come to the convention, or I can get you in contact with some of our leaders from overseas,
Okay.
You might be able to.
Yeah, you should come to West Virginia, girl. You would love it. I promise you.
Hallelujah.
You better,
Hallelujah.
for real, for
I'm
real.
coming.
I know. And then
See,
we just,
look, I want you to know something, Apostle. I got faith, and I want you to know right now, in my faith, I'm going to West Virginia to the King in Africa. I'm coming to West Virginia, but I want to go to the King.
So, can I say one more thing?
Oh, sure.
Apostle, when I hear that the connections that you have, when we began to expand internationally, the very first country in Africa that we went to was Ghana, and then we went to Johannesburg, South Africa, and then Nigeria. So we actually get referrals from people in other countries that need financial assistance. And so it's amazing that you have relationship there.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
That's true.
Hallelujah.
We've been to Uganda and Nigeria. We just got a request this week to come to Kenya and do work. Of course, we have churches in Kenya already. We have churches in the Congo and many other nations there.
I have to get my passport.
Hallelujah. I got mine.
So
I got
Apostle,
mine.
I want you to do a little small commercial for your convention. Can you do that? Just a small little
I'll
commercial.
try my best. I'm not too much of a radio person.
Well, I just need you to tell us once again what's the name of the convention, what days it's on, and is there a number they can call or a contact?
Sure. The name of the convention is Immortal and Wayne Ministries Worldwide Global Convention. It will be held in Institute, West Virginia.
Okay.
And if you want to find more out about it, you can call area code 304
304
721
721
9757.
5-7.
57. All right.
Or go to our website.
Oh, they have a website. Okay.
Yeah, and Immortal and Wayne Ministries Worldwide Incorporated .com, or go to ASCOG.com. They're on both of those websites.
Okay. The more
And
excellent
if
way.
you see our flyer, all that information is on the flyer.
Right, and that's on my Facebook page. So if they are interested in going to West Virginia to one of the most powerful, prolific conventions they can come and be a part of, and all the information will be on my Facebook page.
It sounds like the apostle and his family spoiled you, Evangelist Waller.
Why do you say that?
She sounds like she a professional promoter for that. You know I got to come down there now, apostle.
Yeah, prolific. You better run on. You better be. He's gonna be first person. He's gonna be right up in the front. He's gonna be right up front.
To God be the glory.
We're looking forward